Hey everyone, I haven't been on here in a while to give an update. I'm, as always, busy with my work and my career, and also I'm in my healing journey, and so it's sort of my inspiration kind of comes in waves right now because I'm processing through a lot, and I'm just very focused on just processing through those things, doing what I need to through those things. And though when I do start coming on more, it's going to be less filtered what I'm talking about, as in I'm just going to try to be more myself. I feel like sometimes I'm concerned about coming off a certain way or communicating a certain way, and lately I've been feeling more and more myself and expressing myself more authentically, which more means to me not being so concerned with how someone might receive what I'm saying. So I wanted to give an update on where I am and just a message that I have for all of you that are going through the process of healing and you're working on yourselves and you're healing through trauma. Specifically, is that there really is no way through the healing process without fully feeling your emotions. And as I've gotten deeper into the therapy of parts therapy, also called internal family systems therapy, I realized I wasn't fully feeling my feelings like I thought I was, but it's become clear it's through the process of this therapy I realized how resistant I actually am naturally. It's just on a subconscious level, right? I naturally resist feeling certain emotions and certain things, and that is actually when the anxiety tends to build and build and build, and then I'm trying to manage the anxiety instead of getting to what it really is. And what I've learned, it really is me not processing through my emotions fully. And basically what that means for me is not allowing myself to fully go into those painful emotions. It's like my mind goes, oh, it's too hard to go there. Don't go there because that really is painful and it hurts. And that's the job of your brain, is to keep you as safe as possible. But the problem with that is then you don't release things. And so now that I've been allowing myself on my own time outside of therapy, like when I feel pain coming up between processing in sessions, I just sit there and let it come, and I fully allow my body, my emotions, everything that comes up, the sensations around the pain and the discomfort that I'm feeling, I let it all come up, and I will cry. I'll notice how my body feels, that it doesn't feel good, and that it feels so constricted and it's holding so much, and I just allow it. And if that means afterwards, I'm going to have an unproductive day and, I need to be lazy, I need to lay on the couch, I need to nap, that day I'm going to feed myself whatever it is I feel like I need to eat. I just do it. And I've noticed that I have been feeling much better and more emotionally regulated as a result. And I just had no idea how much I was resisting feeling pain. But the problem is when you resist feeling pain, it grows. It just keeps growing and growing and growing, and then it turns into this unmanageable anxiety. And then you're just feeling like that all the time, where it's actually faster and easier to just feel all those things, whatever it is that's coming up for you, and just allow yourself to go into it. Just allow it. Allow whatever process comes in. And a lot of the time it's messy with tears and the rest of it, but that's what needs to happen. And I know that I was conditioned as a child to not feel these things, because my parents would tell me, if you cry or if you show sadness, you're going to be even more trouble than you are right now. And I got used to just holding it and holding it in. And until I was by myself in a room, I wouldn't cry or wouldn't let myself feel whatever it is. But even at that point, I would be scared. Like, what if my parents walk in? What if someone sees that I'm crying? Oh no, I'm going to, like, how could I be in more trouble? Like, what does that mean? And when you're a kid, you don't really know, like, what these things mean. And so I didn't realize how much I've carried this, like, reaction of, oh, there's pain coming, like, don't feel it, you know, or feel a little bit of it, but when it gets to a certain level, don't go into it. But what I'm saying is you need to go into it in order to release that, and there's no way around it. There's, you know, if you want to hold on to it, then you're not going to release that trauma. You're not going to release those difficult experiences. And that is what has been stuck in my body, and I have tons of it, right? So I wanted to share that with you. Don't be scared to go into your feelings, because once your body and once you release it, like, it's gone. It's not going to come back. You know, you'll have more processing to do around other experiences, but it won't return. That same thing won't return. And we often just don't realize we're so resistant to feeling those things. And so that's been a big thing. So that's why I've needed, like, extra rest, and I haven't been online as much lately. It's just I need the time and the space to process through these things. And then another thing I wanted to bring up is what I've been dealing with a lot lately is becoming impatient with the healing process. Like, when you're someone who has gone through a lot of trauma and you have experienced a lot of trauma, like, that is going to take time. That's going to take, even with consistent effort and working with a therapist and doing all the things you do on your own, it's going to take time for your body and for your mind to release all of these things. And we can become impatient because you're like, why am I not done with this yet? And I found myself doing that and being very hard on myself and critical of myself. Again, this is all learned through the trauma, right? Like, your parents or whoever it was that you experienced the trauma from, they were very critical of you, and then you've learned to be critical towards yourself. So just remember to, like, give yourself the love and the compassion and the empathy that you give to the people that you care about in your life. You deserve that for yourself too. And so when you get caught up in being critical of yourself, think of how you would treat a friend or someone that you love, someone that's just so important to you, if they were in the process of healing and they're trying to get better and they're going through a process. Like, is that how you would act towards them? And to put things back into perspective. And the other thing around that also is, you know, when you're going through the healing process, sometimes there's nothing else to do. Like, I feel like sometimes I'm not doing enough because I'm like, oh, this is taking so long. How come I'm not further along the way I think I should be? Again, it takes time. So sometimes it's all about doing the work and then just, like, I did my session or I did my thing, whatever it is that you guys are utilizing to heal through your trauma. There's nothing else left to do, right? This is going to happen in its own time, however your nervous system is. Everyone is a little bit different. You know, how the trauma has impacted their brain and their emotions and their ability to let go of things and to process through things. And so sometimes there just isn't anything else. Like, you can stop looking for the next thing, or like, what else could I be doing? How come this isn't working? Like, it is working. It's just taking time. And that makes sense because it, you know, your circumstances, what you went through, this is all going to take time. So show yourself the love and the compassion you would to other people. So that's the main message I wanted to share with you guys today. I'll be back with another video. You can follow me on Instagram if you want. Between that, if you're curious about what I'm up to, I don't post on that account a lot of health, wellness stuff on there, but you're always free to connect if you want. And if there's anything on the internal family system side or anything else you want me to share about that I've shared about in this video, feel free to pop your comments below and I'll definitely get back to you. So anyways, I will see you all later, and I hope you're having a good week.